Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya
Naram Chiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswatim Yasam
Devim Saraswatim Yasam
Tato Jayamudire
Tato Jayamudiraye
Nashta Prayesha Badreshu
Nashta Prayesha Badreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtiki.
Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki.
We are reading from Šrimad Bhagavatam from first canto, chapter number 9, verse number 10.
Should I translate for the listeners? I'll wait till okay.
Kṛṣṇaṁ ca tat-prabhāva-jña. Kṛṣṇaṁ ca tat-prabhāva-jña. Āsīnaṁ jagad-īśvaram. Āsīnaṁ jagad-īśvaram. hṛdi-sthaṁ pūjayāmasa. Pūjayāmasa. Māyayopātta-vigraham. Māyayopātta-vigraham. Kṛṣṇaṁ ca tat-prabhāva-jña. Āsīnaṁ jagad-īśvaram. hṛdi-sthaṁ pūjayām asa. Māyayopātta-vigraham. Māyayopātta-vigraham. Kṛṣṇaṁ ca tat-prabhāva-jña. Āsīnaṁ jagad-īśvaram. hṛdi-sthaṁ pūjayāmasa. Māyayopātta-vigraham. Translation and purport is Divine Grace by Śrīmad Śrīla Prabhupada. Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa is situated in everyone's heart, yet he manifests his transcendental form by his internal potency. This very Lord was sitting before Bhishmadeva, and since Bhishmadeva knew all his glories, he worshipped him duly. Purport: the Lord's omnipotency is displayed by his simultaneous presence in every place. He is present always in his eternal abode, Goloka Vṛndāvanoje, and still he is present in everyone's heart and even within every invisible atom. When he manifests his eternal transcendental form in the material world, he does so by his internal potency. The external potency or material energy has nothing to do with his eternal form. All these truths were known to Sri Bhishmadeva, who worshipped him accordingly. Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamakyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vanchakalpatarupyascha Kripa Sindhupya Evacha Pajitanam Pavanepyo Vaishnavepyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasati Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Kṛṣṇaṁ tat-prabhāva-jña āsīnaṁ jagad-īśvaram hṛdi-sthaṁ pūjayām māyayopātta-vigraham. Here it is said about the omnipresence of the Lord. Lord Śrī Kṛṣṇa is situated in everyone's heart, yet he manifests his transcendental form by his internal potency. Bhishmadeva knew that. And my favorite moment in this pastime, that Lord, which was in the heart of Bhishmadeva, didn't allow, persuade the Lord Krishna who was next to Bhishmadeva. And he did Paramatma in the heart, Lord Krishna's, another feature, didn't allow to Bhishmadeva be persuaded by the Lord who was next to him. It's contradiction.
Can you explain further? He wasn't persuaded to...
Paramatma didn't allow to be persuaded by Krishna himself.
But he was persuaded. He recognized Krishna as supreme.
No. I'm talking about, he was not, Bhishmadeva, Yudhishthira. Yudhishthira. Sorry, it's my bad. Yudhishthira, yeah. The intention of Lord Krishna, ultimate goal, to bring everyone to Bhishmadeva. And also Prabhupada explains, the Lord wants to show that his pure devotees is always in good consciousness. Is he in a healthy condition, or he is a little bit sick, or he is already is going to die on his deathbed? In any condition.
In any condition he wants.
Yes. And also we heard many stories about Prabhupada. Prabhupada was on his deathbed. And when devotees came to him, his first question was, did you take prasadam? Is everything okay? How is your health? And everyone was surprised. Because normal person who is going to die, his consciousness is completely concentrated on himself, on the body. Particularly Prabhupada said, for example, you have good mood, you just walk somewhere barefoot and you step on some horn or something, pebble. Immediately and you feel pain in your foot, and immediately all consciousness goes there, and you will forget about sunny day, about good weather, about your future, positive plans, and so on. I noticed that. It's more difficult to keep consciousness in good state if nothing bothers you. Therefore, what's that? King Kulashikar. Let me die immediately when let the lotus of my mind to be bound, entwined in the stems of your lotus feet. Because when your health is easy, much easier to be concentrated on spiritual subject matters. Yes, easy. You have no distractions. But if you have some illness, some sickness, translate for Amgapa.
Do you want to speak Russian? He can translate to Lithuanian.
No. Я долго не буду.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And Bhishmadeva fully demonstrated that he lay down on the bed of arrows. It means every part of his body was pierced by sharp arrows, unbearable pain. But still, he gave instructions without any disturbance. It's magic. And everyone gathered there, not only Pandavas, also there will be any list of the persons who will be there?
It already was just a few verses before.
Ah, really?
First verses of this chapter.
First?
First 5, 6.
I'll check.
Maybe 7. 5, 6.
Ah, yeah. Šukadeva Goswami. Accompanied. Yes, verse number 8. And many others like Šukadeva Goswami and other purified souls, Kashyapa and Angirasa and others, all accompanied by their respective disciples, arrived there. With disciples?
In the previous verse also. More.
Ah, yes. Yeah. Parashura, Narada Muni, everyone came there. Parvata Muni, and eternal Narada Muni with his eternal companion, Parvata Muni. Badarayana Vyasadeva, Brihadashva, Bharadvaja, Parashurama, and Vasishta, one of the 7 sages, Indra Pramada, Trita, Gritsamada, Asita, Kakshivan, Atri, Kaushika, Sudarshana, Šukadeva Goswami, Kashyapa, Angirasa, many, all the majors, advanced, spiritually advanced people came there. And the aim of Lord Krishna was fulfilled. Everyone saw that Bhishmadeva is leaving his body fully conscious. And I heard some report, maybe it was article, in one temple. Yeah. Most Americans, and not only Americans, other normal people, their perfection, they want to leave the body by sleeping during the dream. But what will happen in that state, we know, because it's state of ignorance, nations. It means soul will degrade, will go down in evolution cycle. But why do they want that? The question.
Peaceful death.
Yeah, they say peaceful death. Yes, they don't want to suffer. There was book, some compilation, some. I saw here. I saw that book maybe once, and I because I brought it to one of my friends here to Lithuania, and when I had it for a short time, I just read a little bit. It was some Russian, I don't know, scientist, and at the same time transcendentalist or something like that. How he left his body. At last day of he felt he will leave his body. And in the last day of his life, he almost knew that he wanted to become conscious any way, and he just walked here, there, and by walking he just left his body because he knew something about this secret. If we sleep, next life will be worse, maybe worst. But if we awake, our consciousness will bring us to new destination. I like Mataji Devaki. She mentioned her father. He didn't want to, and her proposal was actually she told how to help the relatives or friends, whatever, who dies, how to help them to pacify them, and also how to help them to get a better destination in the next life. For example, do you remember? She said, when my father, he stretched his hand to me. He wanted to hold my hand, she said, but I didn't give him. From one side, it can appear cruel, but if he would be concentrate on her, it will be more difficult to leave the body because there is attachment, father daughter. From that perspective, it was perfect. She didn't give her hand to her father. Interesting. And also she said, mother, yeah. No, mother.
Real mother?
Yes, stepmother, another wife. She just didn't. She cried. I don't remember this moment. I forgot.
You didn't want to go to that platform.
Yeah. Forgot this moment. Those who next to the dying person, they should not lament, should not cry, should be in good mood, and also should not hold this dying person mentally. And also, I like the Devaki said, her father mentioned South India, Kerala. It was his favorite place, and she said mostly he took birth in somewhere in Kerala, because before death she said, it's perfect place, nice fruits, nice weather, and something else like that. Yeah. And also, she said her mother didn't like any Krishna consciousness preaching. Do not tell me about Krishna. I want some Christian prayers. And she said, yes, I will pray some. I put some recording, Christian prayers recording, like that. And also, I remember my mother. When I came, I was with her maybe 1.5 months before she left the body. And I also thought I should be compassionate to her. I have to preach. I started to tell, soul is eternal. We will be reborn like that. Hare Krishna. And she said, do not tell it to me, because we are Christians. I don't want to listen. That, and immediately I stopped and I didn't preach. Maybe I gave her some prasadam like that. Mataji, а может переведете? А? Не? Не? Continue in English.
She understand English?
But Ram Gopal and Haribolananda. Чуть-чуть. But for the benefit of all. Russian and English. And what? And Prabhupada gave instruction to his last moment. It's famous recording, as he says about maybe just day before he's passing away, maybe in the same day, he says, we should put ourselves in a mode of goodness, rise early in the morning and so on. Always simple instructions. Very weak voice, almost undistinguishable. And disciples, they just try to be close to listen everything carefully. Of course, Bhishmadeva is one of the 12 authorities, Mahajan, and he demonstrated it perfectly. And also, it is said that recalled me about how Hiranyakashipu, he meditated for 100 years, and all his body was eaten by ants, but still he was alive and in good consciousness. He could tolerate, could manage that. And also I heard before, in previous ages, people they could maintain their life air because of life air was concentrated in not in a gross body, but in a prana, like that. All his body was eaten, but still he was alive. And nowadays, if we fast we can do it for quite long, 30 days, for 40 days, but we will not keep it for so long. But before, people were more powerful like that. And also I knew one person, I told the story, he prescribed fasting for many days. And for example, modern doctors, they say you can do dry fasting without water, maybe 10 days, maybe 12 days. But he had a fasting for 20, 21 days, maybe more, without water and food. And when we came to him, he just started to laugh, because I felt he considered himself very advanced. And he said, modern doctors, physicians, they say we can survive without water and food only 12 days. But today is my 21st day. He just laughed at that. It was so funny. But he was a powerful man. He cured many people by this fasting system. And these great devotees, they do not depend on food and water. They can be in good consciousness in spite of all these things, inconveniences. And it reminds me about Prabhupada gave example of whom? From teaching of Queen? No, from teaching of Lord Šukadeva about Stalin. Who remembers this case? He was undergone this surgery, but yes, something with stomach. But because he was afraid he will be killed during the surgery, he refused to take this anesthesia. And who said? Maybe this devotee's dentist, Lareta. She said that Anandavardhana Maharaj never takes any anesthesia when he... not Lareta. No. Lareta in Vilnius. She said he never uses anesthesia. Any tooth treatment without anesthesia. It's purposely. It's purposely, because he wants to be detached from the body. But I know other dentists, they always ask, do you feel any pain? If any pain, even if you just clean your teeth, they ask. They always before they always use anesthesia, because they say it will be a little bit painful, but you need to prevent it. And Anandavardhana makes it purposely. And also about Stalin, Prabhupada wrote down that in the case of Stalin, he also refused because he was afraid to be killed. And his question, when he wrote this, his question, how was it possible for such a demonic person? No, he said, if it's possible for demoniac person, it can be possible for devotee, right? And how was possible in the case of Stalin?
Because his mind was so determined on his aim.
Yeah, but particularly, what was the aim? his state's efforts.
Which effort?
State efforts. In connection with governing the...
Political control.
Yeah, political control. He just transmitted his consciousness there and could tolerate. Amazing skill. Demon.
But that's better than neophyte devotees in some ways. Because we try to fix our mind in Krishna, we still can't tolerate it.
Yes, we can.
So what does that tell us?
What is?
We're trying to think of Krishna, but we suffer.
Yeah.
The demons, sometimes they can
Demons.
focus their mind on something other than Krishna.
Yeah.
And then be able to go through so much. So it's not a question of spirituality, it's a question of... Because demons aren't spiritual.
Yes, but demons, they can't tolerate other things. And Krishna show it. For example, they can't control anger, sex impulse,
They can do
impetus.
They have a tixus. He was controlling all of these things.
But at the end, he couldn't control anger. And he was destroyed by small things. Just because Prahlada didn't obey him. Krishna shows, because everyone has some weakness, weak place, and Krishna shows. Even in the case of Shiva, then many sages, they worshipped Shiva. For example, I will not tell the name of former devotee who was at the end of his life. He became attracted to Shiva followers, and he said, look, the devotees, even those who practice, they cannot control anger and other urges. But I observed the Shiva followers, and they are perfect. They completely satisfied. They do not manifest any anger like that. I didn't know what to say to him. Yeah. But in the case of Mahini Murti, Krishna showed that even Shiva couldn't restrain himself from the sex desire. And more than that, moreover, Mahini Murti just ran through this ashramas of the sages, and every sage could see Lord Shiva was possessed by sex impulse. He couldn't tolerate, control himself. It also reminds me about some Soviet movie. It was a fiction. The idea was that one teenager, he didn't want to study in a school, and he didn't do any home task. And some magician, he created a robot with the same shape. The robot looked like this guy completely. And of course, they put some program in the robot, and a robot became a perfect student at school. But also mafia members. It was called Adventures of Electronics. Приключения электроники. Mafia members became interested. Mafia members became interested in this robot. They could use it in their evil deeds, and they sent some agent. And the idea of the boss of mafia was to just find some button to switch off the robot, and he couldn't. And they always they call to him and ask, "Did you find button?" He said, "No, not yet." It means the idea was everyone has his weak place, and Krishna knows perfectly. But in this case, Krishna showed a devotee, he's perfect. How is verse? Manorat hinasati tavato bahih. What? How does it start? Can you find fifth canto? No. Can you find? The translation of this verse, only devotees are perfect in their qualities and their behavior, but others, although they can appear also very advanced, who are not devotees, they just on the mind's platform like that. Found. Yes, fifth canto. Yasyasti buddhi, yasyasti bhakti Bhagavata akinchana sarvai gunas tatras samasatek surah harav abhaktas yokuto mahat gunav manorat hinasati davato bahih. Translation. All the demigods and their exalted qualities such as religion, knowledge and renunciation become manifest in the body of one who has developed unalloyed devotion for the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vasudeva. On the other hand, a person devoid of devotional service are engaged in material activities has no good qualities. Even if he is an adept at the practice of mystic yoga or an honest endeavor of maintaining his family and relatives, he must be driven by his own mental speculations and must engage in the service of the Lord's external energy. How can there be any good qualities in such a man? Nice verse. Manorat hinasati tavata bahih. Bahih means outside, who is running. Asati, temporary material world. It can appear, as you said, with demons, they advance, they can tolerate, but actually they can't. And in the case of Hiranyakashipu also, Prahlad was a trigger. He could enjoy almost unlimitedly. And what is the problem if somebody doesn't agree with you? What is the problem? But for him, he was a controller of all universe. It was the biggest problem. We say in Russian to make elephant from the fly. Same in English, no?
We say to make a mountain out of a molehill.
Out of molehill.
Yeah.
In Russian, to make elephant from a fly. Yeah, it means exaggerate. Yeah, and Krishna shows ultimately that devotional service to him is a perfection of life. Although he hides, for example, we can't recognize a pure devotee just by seeing him. We have to. Therefore, there is a nectar of devotion. There are symptoms of the bhava. Yeah. We can see somebody can imitate. First time I saw when I went to Kartik to Vrindavan, And on one kirtan, it was, I guess, Navayogendra Swami. He just chanted one melody after the Madharashtakam prayers. And maybe 3 or 4 visitors, they fainted. They fell unconscious. I thought they fell unconscious. Immediately I asked one devotee, one brahmachari, Ukrainian brahmachari, who lives in Vrindavan maybe already about 30 years. That time he lived maybe 15 years or something. I asked, is it ecstasy? What's up? He said, do not pay attention. It happens from time to time. I remember one Mataji, she just became like mad and fell on the floor. Immediately her relatives just dragged her in the side. It was so. Now it's funny, but before I thought it's ecstasy. Maybe it's ecstasy. Yeah. And we can, how to say, imitate something. And also, who said your bhajan will be tested at the time of death? Is it connected with Shankaracharya, Bhaja Govindam, Mudha Mate?
I don't know, but it's a Bengali popular proverb.
Yeah.
Prabhupada quoted it. I don't think it's from Shankara.
Yeah, but Shankara also said, all your words, jugglery, will not save you at the time of death. Just worship Krishna. Yeah, and we can switch our topic to Bhaktivinoda Thakur. For example, it reminds me, 4 last years in the life of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he was visibly paralyzed, but actually it was samadhi. 4 years. 4 years, I guess. We can check. As I remember, 4 years. He left his body in 1914, like that. And 4 years he was externally in a state of coma, like coma, yeah. Yeah, right. Dvasingai. And actually, I heard about this coma state. For example, my mother, before she left her body, she was in coma maybe 3-4 days. Before that, she became weaker, and after that coma, and after that she left her body. And I heard that it's a time when should be some decision where to send this soul. Who did you hear that?
Say it again?
About coma?
Yeah, it's here. It's confirmed. Yeah.
4 years.
Yeah, in 1910 he gradually shut himself away in his residence, Bhakti Bhavan, to focus entirely on internal divine service to Shri Radha and Krishna.
Yes.
He entered a state of total samadhi, appearing to common people as if he had feigned paralysis to remain undisturbed.
Yes.
His days were spent in constant meditation, absorbed in the eternal pastimes of the Lord. And he left on this date, June 23rd, 1914, the same day Sri Gadadhar Pandit Goswami disappeared from the world.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And did you hear about the coma state?
Bhakti Bhavan.
Bhakti Bhava.
His medical clinic.
No. Не. Навадвипа.
Nėra šventyklos dabar, aš manau.
Bhajan vieta. Taip. And I heard about, I don't know, I don't remember the source, but no, Bhakti in Navadvip. There is his samadhi.
He lived in his
Yes.
last years.
Behind the Jalangi river. And the coma state. In this state, it's consideration where to send the soul, to which devatas they decide to where to send. I heard about the abruptly death. If you die suddenly, for example, some car accident, plane crash, what else? Maybe shooting, thunderbolt, killing you. What else? I don't know. Some heart attack. Yeah, it's not good because you can't it's too suddenly off the wall.
Totally out of control.
Yeah. You cannot how to say plan something to be able to concentrate. It's dangerous. If it's in coma, the devatas they decide what to do with you. If you are in sleeping condition, it means soul degrades. And for materialists, Bhaktivinoda Thakur was in coma. He was unconscious, so called. Yeah. Somebody from pure devotees, they also manifested some unexplainable behavior. They behaved like mad people, like that. But actually, they were in pure consciousness. And also Prabhupada was absorbed in samadhi. Yeah. And Lord Chaitanya, when he fainted in Jagannath's temple, it appeared like he already passed away. And only when Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, he just put some cotton swab to his nose, he saw some movement of the air. Yeah. And for example, when we visited Shanta Maharaj before he left his body, with Del Govinda,
He was 38 days in coma.
38 days?
38 дней был в
30?
коме.
Ah.
Что означает это?
But visibly it was like that. But he could communicate with us. Just somebody, I remember, maybe it was Linus, maybe it was it Gopal, just held, took his hand and said, and asked, say to us, what do you want, kirtan, or you want? If you want kirtan, just press my hand. If you want Chaitanya Charitamrita reading, press hand. And I remember we just read a little bit, and after that we did some kirtan, and also, actually, I couldn't to say anything because I didn't feel any inspiration. But it was not at the time of his passing away, and when we were going to leave, and everyone except me, because I didn't feel any inspiration to say something. Del Govinda started to glorified Shanta Maharaj and bade him farewell and also wished him all the good like that. And he maybe just moved his fingers a little bit. He had a japa bits in his hand, and just a little bit, and he heard everything. It's interesting. Although no, I said he was paralyzed, but he could hear and he could understand.
No, I'm asking, what could he understand and how to say, have some signs of reciprocation?
Yes. He pressed his hand.
But till then, even till his
I don't know. Maybe he left his body in 2 weeks after our visit, something like that.
Because I heard that from Nityananda, parents' day, he became completely unconscious.
Mm.
And for 38 days, he was
Mm.
unconscious.
Maybe I don't know details, but
I heard like this.
but in the case of devotees, Krishna takes care, full control. We can see in this case of Bhishmadeva, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, and also I heard the opinion when Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati left his body. He was visibly healthy, right? But I heard the explanation of Srila Prabhupada. Who remembers? He said he was frustrated of his disciples. He felt he didn't educate disciples enough to continue his mission. Therefore, he decided to leave his body.
Yeah.
It means it was like almost voluntarily.
They felt disgusted because of too many neophytes.
Too many neophytes. He had 55,000 disciples, something like that.
55,000?
Something like that.
Really?
Yeah, something. Can check.
That's so many.
Yeah, and all were neophytes. Yeah, all pure devotees, they show. Also, Bhaktivinoda Thakur didn't manifest his real position, and somebody couldn't recognize. Even one person by the name of Jagannath Das, in Jagannath Puri, he offended him. He started to spread the rumors about that Bhaktivinoda Thakur started preaching in Jagannath Puri, and this man, he said, what kind of devotee he is? He doesn't wear kantimals. He has no tulasi beads around his neck. What kind of devotee is he? Immediately he became sick. I don't remember what happened. Some not leprosy, but some heart disease. And Jagannath came to him in a dream and said, you offended my pure devotee. And when Bhaktivinoda Thakur was asked, why don't you have kantimals? He said, because I don't feel myself so advanced, therefore I don't wear kantimals. Because before, in his youth, he ate some fish, some meat, and also by this way Krishna wanted to show that even persons externally, he played a role of normal person, not let's say advanced from his birth. But we know that Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a Manjari in the spiritual world. He's eternal associate of Krishna. And Krishna wanted to show that a person from any background, he can become a perfect pure devotee. By the case of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he wanted to show that everyone can be inspired and follow this path of bhakti yoga. Krishna, even Srila Prabhupada, he said, even the person, please come in, welcome, Swagatam. Hare Krishna. If a person he starts his spiritual path relatively late, of course it's perfect to start. Prabhu, please do not sit. I do not show you back to the details. Yes, like that. Perfect to start. How does this verse started? Kaumaram, Charim Pragya, Dharmat Bhagavata Iha, Durlabha Manavam Janvam, Tatyapyat Truvam Arthadam. The best way to start with age of Kaumara, it means 5 Kaumara. 5. But Prabhupada said, if you are relatively old, you also can be perfect. Just Bhakti Yoga is so nice path, and the life of Bhaktivinoda Thakur shows that everyone easily. Therefore, this path is called easy from the side. Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita, Mamhi Parthavya Pashitya Yepisih Papa Yonaya. What is the third line? Striyo Vasha Shatatha Sudras Tepi Yanti Param Gatim. 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Even Shudras, Vaishyas, women, and the descendants of twice born, they can become perfect by serving me. Therefore, it's spotless, perfect way to attain perfection. Hare Krishna. Any comments?
There's not a definitive number given.
But a lot.
But it's clear that he initiated a significant number of disciples.
Yes.
Some say hundreds, it's not clear. There's a vast network of people who were inspired by his teachings.
I see.
How many he initiated? I don't know. It's not given here on Google.
Yeah, I see. Okay. Question?
So you told that accidental death is not auspicious.
It's set in the Bhagavatam. I don't remember the place. Thunderbolt.
Certain sins create a karma by which it increases the probability of sudden death.
Yes. And
So it is not auspicious.
it's set in the Bhagavatam.
Like car accident.
Yeah. Mentioned thunderbolt, some heart attack, cardiac arrest. It's almost like heart attack.
Like Gopal Krishna Goswami, he had heart attack. Then Tamal Krishna Goswami, he had car accident.
Yes. And question?
So is it not auspicious?
For devotees, everything is auspicious. And Prabhupada gave example, mouse and a cat. Mouse, cat, and kittens. If the mother cat, she holds his kittens in the mouth, it's very auspicious. But if the same mother cat catches a mouse in her mouth, it's death personified. Same mouth, same person, but for devotees it's Svarga Pavarga Narakesh. How it start? No, it's third line. Narayanah Parach Sarvena Kutaschana Bipyati Svarga Pavarga Narakesh Api Tuliyartha Darshanam. Translation, Vijamani? Exact translation. But in general, it says about for devotees, Svarga Pavarga Narakesh. Svarga means paradise, heaven. Pavarga, Svarga Pavarga. Narakesh means hell. The same. Because api tulyatha darshanach. It means they are equiposed. Yes, found. 6. It's about whom? About Lord Shiva says to his wife. Devotees solely engaged in the devotional service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, never fear any condition of life. For them, the heavenly planets, liberation, and the hellish planets are all the same. For such devotees are interested only in the service of the Lord. As the answer.
I also read that, like Krishna says, that if my devotee even leaves his body in unfavorable conditions, still I take care of my devotee, myself.
Yes.
And also in principle, Krishna says, yang yang vapismaram bhavam pradėkite
Yeah.
So if a person dies, more important than the circumstances surrounding the death is what they kind of consciousness they're carrying at that moment. Like there was the disciple of Prabhupada in London. He was a young brahmachari, and when he died, you know the story, Devaki was done at the festival. So he took birth again in a Indian devotee family in London.
She was born in London. Yes.
Yeah. So he thought of that at the time of death. So that's this determining factor. Whether Krishna or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu will take full control of our mind at the time of death, that Krishna can do whatever he wants.
Yes.
Krishna's independent. But the general principle is that it's what you think of in any circumstance. And he was being killed at that moment in a sudden car accident.
Yeah.
He thought, and Devaki had noticed that when she was born again as the Ratnavali, so he had she had birthmarks on her stomach and chest.
Yeah.
So when you die, if it's a sudden death, there's a good chance, like in his case, my chest, my stomach, because if you realize your body's getting torn open, your mind goes there, and then when it's carried in your subtle body, and then in your next birth it shows up as birthmarks. Because your mind is fixed on that.
You reminded me, I forgot one. Now again recalled. One example is given in Bhagavad Gita, 8th chapter. Krishna mentions 2 ways of passing away. One when the sun is following. Northern path is auspicious. Yeah. And the southern path is not auspicious. It means, but something like that. But at the end, Prabhupada said it's not important for devotees.
Yeah, that's true.
And also, it reminds me about.
But Vibhishana was waiting for the astrological
consideration. Oh yes. And also it reminds me about one case in Vrindavan. One Prabhupada's disciple, he was American, his name was Radhakunda. He was leaving his body. And after every morning program, they announced, if somebody wants to come to him and just maybe chant some japa there, maybe do some kirtan, and whatever, to read some books. If you want, you can visit him. And we went with my friend. And at that time, Mahanidhi Swami came. And he was relatively young, maybe he was 55 or something, less than 60. And Mahanidhi Swami asked him, to which direction do you lay down? And he said, I don't know. And maybe they checked the direction. And he was not laying at the eastern side. No, but maybe the yogi should leave his body in northern side. I don't remember, but I remember one thing, that the direction was wrong. We just moved his bed to other side. We were me, my friend, and two other devotees, and Mahanit his son. We just turned around the bed and sat there for a while and left. But then Bhakti Chaitanya Swami gave his class about Maharaja Parikshit, how he was already at the moment of leaving of his body. And the topic was from first canto of Šrimad Bhagavatam. Class was in Vilnius. And he said the dying person, he is not interested in mostly in things that normal people they have interest. Some maybe politics or whatever, about prices on the market. He is absorbed in other things, his consciousness. And I recalled this case with this Prabhupada's disciple, and after lecture I said, Maharaj, there was a case, and we just moved the bed to auspicious side. Maharaj, what would you say in this case? And he said, for me it doesn't matter to which side will be my bed. For me it's most important to chant Hare Krishna. Like that, it was his answer. Funny.
Also, the Shanta Maharaj, devotees asked, do you want to go to Vrindavan to leave your body? He told, no matter. Whatever Krishna decides. So
Yes.
it's the same like devotee, we always say, Krishna, I can take birth anywhere.
Yes.
The most important thing that I can chant and remember.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
without I can take birth with even a man.
Yeah. Devotees completely obedient to Krishna's will, svarga pavargana, api tuliyartha darshanah, means equiposed. Therefore, to surrender, I heard this expression, to surrender, what means? It means to understand that Krishna controls everything in any circumstances. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur Sharanagati, it's a gradual surrendering process. We will chant some bhajans at evening time, I guess. Once I was asked to give a lecture on his disappearance day in Vilnius, and I decided just to chant his bhajans, and we chanted bhajans maybe more than 1 hour, maybe bhajan translation again, next bhajan, maybe 10, maybe 15 bhajans for 1.5 hours. It's good to chant Bhaktivinoda Thakur bhajans, and also I like his bhajan. It's very long. Durlabha Manava Janme, about and others as well, about the futility of the futility of mundane life in the human body. Durlabha Manava Janme, Labhiya Samsara, Krishna Nabhajina Dukhe, Kahiba Kahara. It's like Hare Krishna. It will be big frustration if we will not develop our Krishna consciousness and we will leave the body. Chaitanya Chandra said, when you will die, you will think, you will envy, you will be jealous to others. Why do they still live? Why are they alive? I am dying. Maybe I didn't finish something in my life. Even one person, he asked 4 more years from the doctor to prolong his life because something left behind. He he couldn't. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in many places, he just mentioned that. Hare Krishna. If somebody can, please come at evening time.
Yeah, then we start 6?
Probably 6, yes. 6. I like. Before, I had a sadhana. Actually, I chanted Bhaktivinoda Thakur bhajans every day. Now, lately, few late years, I failed. But before, it helped. It helped a lot because it brings consciousness to another level.
Yeah, I heard that without these bhajans, it's very hard to make the heart fertile for the holy name.
Yes.
They do like Sharanagati, steps to surrender, and each of the 6 branches of Sharanagati, what is it? Anukulyasya,
Sankalpa, Pratikulyasya, Varjanam, Rakshishvatiti, Vishvaso, Vishvaso, Goptritve, Varanam Tatha.
Что там?
Sharanagati.
Oh, Šrimad Bhagavatam?
No, it's Sharanagati. Dosha Karpanye. Sagatim, yeah.
So this is like, in each of these 6, he gives several songs.
Yes,
And
yes.
it's structured so that you identify with, and you learn from him the mood of how to accept things,
Yes,
how
yes.
to reject things,
Yeah.
how to take Krishna as your only protector, how to take Krishna as your only provider, how to serve in full surrender, and how to have
Yeah, it's
humility. So like Manasa Deva Geha,
Jackie
I think
Chimot.
it's from Sharanagati,
Yes, from
and
Sharanagati.
it has to do with full surrender. So it's, and he gives like a map for the heart,
Yeah,
how to develop the right mood in chanting. And then Kalyana Kalpataru, it's like Kalpataru is a desire tree.
Yes.
So auspicious desire tree. So it's Sharanagati leads to that, and in Kalyana Kalpataru he gives aspirations for what he wants to achieve in his devotional service, and then the fruits of that tree are deliberate, like his wishes for what type of service he'll do, just like Narottam Das Thakur, Jugal Kishore, what is it? Radha Krishna
Pranamur, Jugala Kishore.
So this is the aspirations of a pure-hearted devotee. So he guides us through like the whole path through his songs, and actually Prabhupada said that every word of their songs is as good as Veda Vakya.
Yes.
So the whole philosophy is condensed, the essence is there available in the songs, the mood is there, even if you don't understand the words.
Yes.
It's just like, it acts like mantra, it purifies the
Yeah.
consciousness. And then that's actually what we need to be able to chant in the proper mood. We need to identify with and connect with the bhajans. He didn't write them just for himself.
Yes.
Of course, it was his own heartfelt expressions, but he wrote them for our benefit. So we have to take advantage.
Yeah, and also I want to motivate you. If you come here, or if you not, you just chant at home some of the bhajans, 1, 2, 3. Advantage of the chanting of the Acharya's bhajans, immediately it helps to uplift your consciousness. Without, for example, for me it's very difficult to think about Krishna, to concentrate on Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But when you start to chant bhajans, immediately pictures from the bhajans they manifest in the minds. For example, in my mind. Yes, immediately some picture appears. Without any endeavor, I should not try to concentrate. It's mercy of Acharyas. Therefore, if this Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, Madhava Tidhi Bhakti Janani Jatana Palana Kori Krishna Basati Boli Adara, I forgot, 4th line. But these days of mothers of devotion, in this days of Acharya's appearance, disappearance, Krishna's appearance, they nourish our bhakti profusely, like that. Therefore, we can use this opportunity. Grantarat Shrimad, maybe after that in the lobby, in the corridor.
I just say that the gopis, for example, the why gopis are the best devotees of the Lord. Because they always want to give pleasure to the Lord.
Yes.
They say, we don't mind, we can go to hell.
Yes.
Whatever pleases Krishna,
Yeah.
we do whatever he asks, whatever is good
Yeah.
for him. That's it. So I think this is one mood of devotion.
Yes.
Just to do what pleases Krishna.
Right.
And don't think about other things.
Yes. Good. Good.
Let Krishna decide.
Yeah. Good commentary. Yeah. Grantaraj Šrimad Bhagavatam ki, Śrīla Prabhupada ki, Śrīla Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki. Kur Premanande. Ananta Kochi Vishnu Jai.
Bhagavata Thakur is such like, the more I learn about him, the more I realize how extremely important his contribution is.
And he was such a perfect person. Even the British, they recognized one man. They worked together. Maybe he was his boss for a while, and after many years passed, and Bhaktivinoda Thakur was in some other place, and this British, he wrote him a letter, and he said, "Please forgive me because I was envious to you. Now I understand you are a perfect person. You are pure. You had no any bad motivations. You just fulfilled your duties for the benefit of everyone. Even materialist he could recognize." Dhira jana priya kara means.
He also wrote for Vaishnavas songs and books, but then he also wrote books for non-devotees. Like Krishna Samhita,
Krishna Chaitanya
Chandra,
Shikshamrita, yes.
out of compassion. So he wrote in a way that it looks like someone might think it's a compromise, but it's not. He knew the principles and he knew how, according to circumstances, how to preach in a way that people of strong conditioning in the West will be able to pay attention. He was especially recognized by the intellectual community, so he was preaching mostly for intellectuals. But he also wrote things for common people, especially practitioners of Bhakti. He did a lot of work to establish Vaishnavism as a legitimate, honorable, authentic tradition.
Yeah, because it degraded.
Amongst the Bengali intellectuals, amongst the Britishers, and even further west, Canada.
Because social opinion was very bad about.
And his life is very interesting. There's one devotee, Šukadeva from Canada, he wrote a biography called Hindu Encounter with Modernity. And it's about the life of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. In the beginning, he wasn't faithful to the Vedic path. He was more interested in Christianity.
No, first he was a worshipper of Kali. His family tradition was.
Yeah.
After that, Christianity. After that.
Yeah,
But it was.
He saw the merit in Christ's teachings, and he recognized he was exalted above the Kali worship.
Yeah. But the idea, Krishna's idea, was to show devotee, like a life of normal, ordinary person, his transformations. Just anyone can become perfect by following the. How is it verse from second canto of Šrimad Bhagavatam? Tivrena Bhakti Yogina. It's like arrow of devotional service. Tivrena Bhakti Yogina. Sharp and very fast.
That's true.
Tivrena Bhakti Yogina.
Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also showed that he was perfectly representing Mahaprabhu, because Mahaprabhu showed, what was it? He embraced Murari Gupta, who was born in a Vaidya family. He wasn't even Brahmin, but he recognized him as exalted person. Ramananda Roy.
Yeah.
There was also Krishna, even during his pastimes, with Sudama. Sudama he considered himself a Brahmabandhu, that he was an unqualified Brahma. Brahmabandhu means he's not really Brahma.
Why?
But Krishna, even though he worshipped him and he embraced him.
Why did he consider himself Brahma?
I don't know the history of Sudama so much, but he considered himself completely unqualified.
But because he was humble?
No, he actually...
Really? You find out?
I think socially, like in the social scene, he was actually considered like that.
No, they studied
I read this in
Guru.
CC.
Really?
Yeah.
But can you ask ChatGPT?
He was a scholar and he was Krishna's classmate.
Yes.
But anyway.
You know, when I was distributing books, one lady, she told me, I want to give you some donation, because somebody told me that if they give me something, they have success. They become successful. So it is not only with acharyas, with devotees also. People feel benefits of this.
Yes, if the person is pious enough, he feels this.
We are successful when we give some donation to you.
But the student came to Jagad-īśvaram Swami when he was chanting the verse and he said, we're glad you come here because you're protecting us from the vibrations.
Yeah. Prabhu, you want to go to Goloka Vṛndāvanoje?
No, I want to.
Prabhu?
I want to, but I've been sick for a few days now and it's not getting much better.
Oh.
So I'm just drinking a lot of tea and trying to make my... Because I feel like in a kirtan or something I won't have enough strength. I'm really struggling with my vocal health right now.
You should take cloves. You know cloves?
Yeah, I drink cloves sometimes.
And also drink soda. Soda is the best.
No, it's painful. It's very painful for me.
Soda?
Yeah.
How?
It agitates my throat very much. Only soft, gentle, smooth, warming, these type of things.
Like in my childhood, my grandma, she was always giving me hot milk with soda,
But you should...
butter and honey.
Soda in the milk?
Yeah.
Never heard of this.
Very hot milk and soda, teaspoon of soda.
Oh, you mean soda?
Soda.
I was thinking something else. Okay, so...
Because soda is, I don't take any medicine, only soda.
Yeah.
It cures this coughing, everything.
But I have a chronic condition. It's a chronic condition.
So soda is best remedy. I was always sick in my childhood with coughing and like this. I did not get any other medicine,
But
only soda.
My condition isn't a normal sickness. It's like the vocal... I don't know. I don't know anatomy. But inside the throat, there's the vocals that open and close like this. That part is damaged. It's like broken.
You broke your vocals?
You can, many years ago. It became, when I was 27 years old, for 2 weeks I couldn't speak at all.
Why?
Because that was when the damage became, that was when, like if you have a trauma in your life, you break something, break your arm, so that first period will be very difficult. But then, as the years go by, you gradually learn to adjust, and then you learn how to use it.
Yeah.
According to now, it's less powerful, but you still can use it. Same with my voice. In the beginning, heavy trauma, and then gradually, you can hear how my voice is breaking, right?
No,
You
your
don't
voice
hear
is
it?
not breaking. I
It's-
never heard it.
You can, you don't, if you listen carefully, you can see that it's moving.
I think you are too much exaggerating.
No.
Because you sing very nicely. I could not even notice some.
What you don't notice is that
Yeah.
there's a lot of pain. Like,
You
I live with
singing
pain.
through pain?
I live with pain every day. My voice and my knees, I have a lot of pain. I just tolerate.
Even in your voice pain?
9 days out of 10 days, I'm experiencing all the time pain in my voice. Like every minute.
So you should take gloves.
Doctors cannot help. I lost faith in doctors one time
You
because
just take gloves because...
they only know how to see a very external part.
Yeah.
They can't see the causes.
Yeah. But for my singing, if I have some issues, I immediately take gloves and it cures me.
But
Removes.
you see, it doesn't go away. It just temporarily covers. Like if I drink, for example, this morning, I drank almost 1 liter of ginger, lemon, and honey, and turmeric.
Mm.
And because of that, I can sing.
Okay.
But if I didn't do that, there's no chance I can sing. So I can do it so that it temporarily, it's better for an hour, 2 hours,
Mm.
but it's like constant fight to keep it healthy. Because the natural thing is it wants to be broken. It wants to be not working. That's the natural. It doesn't have a natural health. It has a natural sickness. The natural state is sickness.
But you know, everything can recover.
That's why I'm trying to chant without offenses, because my understanding is that if the chanting is pure, then naturally body and mind become also better.
Everything
Of course,
can
we have to
recover.
die.
Everything can recover in your body.
Not everything. All studies show, for example, arthritis, it's an incurable disease. All the doctors, 100% of them, even the Ayurvedic doctors, they say that arthritis, if your joints degenerate, you can prevent further degeneration
But
by
you know the bones are growing.
not bones, the joints.
Yeah.
Joints are
Joints, everything is growing, you know, in our body.
not cartilage. What the material between the joints, that doesn't. Once you lose that, it's bye-bye. Of course, there are some miracle cases, like 1 in a million, they do somehow regenerate. But there's no standard healing methods.
You just need to always, take care of it. You have to eat what is good for, like, jeigu jūs valgot linų sėmenis, ne, kiekvieną kartą, kiekvieną valgį, tai jie tiesiog sutepa tos sandarius. Jie neleidžia jiem daugiau deformuotis ir, pavyzdžiui, kada sutepa ir kada jie nebesideformuoja, tie kaulai ir tos kremzlės jie gali, žodžiu, kažkaip jie ten atauga. Neatauga, gal padidėja, aš nežinau, kaip ten viskas vyksta, bet pavyzdžiui, kodėl sportininkai, ne, jie kiekvieną kartą tepa savo kelius ir sąnarius aliejumi, nes tai sutepa ir neleidžia pastoviai. Ypač prieš sportuojant, nes tai neleidžia susidėvėti tiesiog. Ir leidžia, o jeigu jie nebesitrina, tada jie gali atsigauti, suprantate? Tai reikia jums pastoviai tiesiog tepti, aš irgi pastoviai kiekvieną dieną tepti kelius aliejum.
Tai manau, skiriausias metodas, aš manau, ir plaukti baseiną.
Taip, bet
Ir
sakau.
darau, nes labai švelniai. Jeigu aš bandau bėgoti, tai labai sunku.
Ne, čia yra labai drastiškas sportas.
Ne, drastiškas. Plaukimas man labai tinka, bet problema tame, kad pirmadienį aš ėjau baseiną ir po to susirgau stipriai. Ir aš supratau, kad gal ta vieta nėra švariausia.
Gal ten daug chemijos?
Chemijos ir jie praeitą savaitę padarė profilaktinų. Ir aš pajaučiau, kad veikia chemija.
Jums reikia eiti tiesiog į normalų baseiną, kurie gal kažkaip švariau.
Į Kauno marias reikia.
Ne, tai ten sudėtinga. Ežerą kokį. Mano senelis visą laiką važiuodavo prie ežerų ir visą laiką jis irgi labai buvo čempionas plaukėjimo. Tai jisai visą laiką plaukėdavo tose ežeruose. Jam labai patikdavo plaukė.
Slovakijoje mes tai darome. Aš nežinau, kur rasti ežerą. Kaip pasiekti?
O tai nėra čia ežeruoti?
Kur arčiausiai?
Tik Lampėdžio ežeras, Vilijampolėj. Ten, kur Narėšvarė yra.
Švarus?
Švarus ten, žinokit, visi maudosi. sėda į 7 arba 11 troleibusą ir važiuoja iki galo.
Elėjum, koks elėjas?
Bet koks. Bet koks absoliučiai.
Net kokios elėjas?
Bet koks absoliučiai. Aišku, pavyzdžiui, kada šalta, tada geriau šildančių. Bet man kada